The year is 1939, and the world is on the brink of a catastrophic event. In Europe, Nazi Germany, under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, has been rapidly expanding its territory. And in Asia, Japan has been making aggressive moves toward territorial conquest. Nevertheless, one country, the United States, has remained neutral in the conflict.
This nation will remain a neutral nation, but I cannot ask that every American remain neutral in thought as well. Even a neutral has a right to take account of facts. Even a neutral cannot be asked to close his mind or to close his conscience. I have said not once but many times that I have seen war and that I hate war.
This is the story of when the U.S. joined World War II, a pivotal moment that changed the course of the war and the world forever. For years, the U.S. had followed a policy of isolationism, staying out of other nations' political and military affairs. However, as the situation in Europe and Asia escalated, the U.S. found it increasingly difficult to remain neutral. Despite widespread public opposition to U.S. involvement in the war, President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his advisors believed that it was only a matter of time before the U.S. would have to take a stand. That moment came on December 7, 1941, when the Japanese launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The attack devastated America, resulting in the loss of 2,403 lives and crippling the U.S. Pacific Fleet. President Roosevelt called the attack a day of infamy and immediately declared war on Japan. The U.S. entry into the war marked a significant turning point, transforming the conflict from a European war into a global one. A massive mobilization effort was launched, with the U.S. fully committed to the war effort. The U.S. economy was transformed, with entire industries reconfiguring to support the war. Companies that once produced consumer goods now produce military equipment and supplies. And millions of Americans joined the military or took jobs in the defense industry. In just a few short years, the U.S. became a major player in the war effort, producing weapons, supplies, and manpower on an unprecedented scale. The U.S. was involved in several major battles during the war, including the D-Day invasion of Normandy, the Battle of the Bulge in Europe, and the Battle of Midway in the Pacific. These battles were critical to the war's outcome, and the bravery and sacrifices of American soldiers helped turn the tide in favor of the Allies. During World War II, up to 60 million people, including military personnel and civilians, were estimated to have been killed, a staggering number. The U.S. entry into World War II was a pivotal moment in world history that transformed the country and helped bring an end to the war. The war's impact was massive and felt globally, leading to the formation of the United Nations and the establishment of the U.S. and the Soviet Union as superpowers. The legacy of World War II continues to shape the world today, serving as a reminder of the sacrifices made by the U.S. and its allies and the importance of standing up against tyranny and oppression. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.